In this video, we will discuss about how Israelites moved out of Egypt and moved across the Levant into Israel. See, Egypt is the place where the Judaism created, and post the atrocities in Egypt, they started to move into Levant, and they traded there and started money lending. They also did trade with India in Gujarat and in the Malabar post Kerala and Maharashtra. Post that, you can see from 800 to 800 BC to 800 CE, they moved into the Middle East. They settled in Byzantine Empire. Then they settled in. You can see there is they in modern day Syria and in the current Levant region. Then they moved into the Byzantine Empire. They stayed there for some time. Then they moved into Persia. So they traded through Silk Route, Persia, and the Byzantine Empire. This was a great period for the Israelites until the creation of Islam. Once the Islam was created, they started to lose their business trade as the Islamic rulers took over the land of the Byzantine Empire, the Persia, the Arabia, and they have to move towards north into the Poland, Lithuania, and the Russian Empire. Their last existence was in Iraq in Abbasid Caliphate in 886 CE to 225 CE. We can see they are still struggling to get back to their place. You can see in this map the Abbasidin Caliphate was such a big caliphate, and they moved out of this place because of their the Islam was against them, and they moved north into the Khazaria plain. Then you can see after some years the rise of Mongols also made it difficult for them to trade on the Silk Route. So they settled in the Kazakhstan, that is now currently called Ukraine. They continue to trade secretly from Ukraine by means of the rulers of and the aristocrats of France and Germany and Russia. You can see in this map the map of Khazaria. The king of Khazar also accepted Judaism, so it was easy for these people to settle there. I am not saying that Jews remained only in Israel. They were all over the place in Samarkand, in China, in Mongol Empire, but their holy land or their place of settlement remained problematic since 600 AD to current time. See, they tried to get back into at the time of Roman Empire, but they were not able to successfully get. So they large part of the Jewish settlement remained in Poland, Lithuania, Germany, France. But as anti-Semitic emotions started to gain, they moved to Spain and Portugal in 1700s and 1600s. Then you see there was these voyages of Spain and Portugal into India and the America and Africa. You can see on the map how these France, Great Britain, Italy has divided Africa into their territories and foreign empires. So currently it is said that the Brazil, Spanish and Portugal region of the world, it is the home to Israelites. But these Israelites later tried to get back into politics in 1800s and went to Russia. So in 1800s they tried to get power back through the means of creating the Soviet Union, and they also currently dreaming of creating the greater Israel, which will include Egypt, South Syria, and Arabia, and the north part of Saudi Arabia. So this was it. It is the whole story of Israelites, how they were exiled from Egypt, and in these 3000 4000 years they are now creating back their state. Now many of you may ask that why this land is so important to these Israelites or Jews. The reason is that the Mediterranean Sea, the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea are the center point of the Asia. So you can see the Suez Canal holds 1.3 trillion dollar worth goods control. So how come someone lose this easily?